discuss the capital improvements budget prioritization process for planning and zoning. I'm here, Councilmember Bradford, Councilmember Gamble, Councilmember Parker, Vice Chair Rutherford, and Councilmember Toombs, which gives us 6, which is a quorum. So that's good. Councilmember on the budget and finance side, Councilmember Roten, I just stepped out for a moment. We have Councilmember Allen, Councilmember Evans, Councilmember Gamble, Councilmember Hurt, Councilmember Syracuse, Councilmember Toombs, and Councilmember Vercher, which technically gives us 8 and a quorum for budget and finance. So appreciate everyone's patience. We've had a lot of items that we have discussed today. At our last meeting, we had a little bit of a review from Mr. Claxton about the capital improvements budget. I would say that in the interest of time, hopefully we did not have any questions about that for right now, but I encourage anyone to take a look at that presentation, which should be on the Metro Nashville Network YouTube channel. So for today's meeting of our 2 committees, what we are hoping to decide upon relatively quickly, I hope, is for our prioritization process for capital improvements budget items. What I believe is going to happen is tomorrow, Matt Wilkinson is going to send out a document that includes the capital improvements budgets by district. Is that right? Go ahead.
All right, so based on how you choose to prioritize, the planning department's going to prepare spreadsheets. That's going to be your prioritization worksheet, and you're going to fill that out and then send that in to me by February 14th. So you'll have 1 week to work on it.
And get it done by Valentine's Day, yes, folks.
And then and then after that, Greg and his staff will compile and give us our priority worksheet, like the output of it. And then we'll have another joint meeting, very, very short joint meeting on the 20th, just to accept that, same as we did last year.
So, and so the way that we've done it in the past, and Matt, please correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that we did it last year was each council member gets 100 points.
I can just read it over what we did last year. So last year it was decided that every council member, district council members, and at-large council members would get 100 points to prioritize projects. For district council members, the points were supposed to be used for projects that will benefit their districts. So largely projects within your district or projects that were maybe just over the district line or on the district line that had some impact in your district. For at-large council members, you were expected to prioritize regional or county-wide projects, so like big things like the Justice Center and whatnot, rather than district-specific projects. That's sort of, I think we did a pretty good job last year, and that's sort of how it played out. But that's how it was last year, and we had a spreadsheet that was sent out, and you gave us the points, and it turned red if you went over 100.
Does anyone have any questions about that? Councilmember Gamble, go ahead.
Yes, just to clarify, and I must have missed it. When did you say that the sheet will we will receive the sheet before it's due on the 14th?
You'll receive it tomorrow.
Okay. And I guess the list that was included in the capital improvements resolution budget that kind of, I guess, categorized projects, was that based on last year? The sheet that we have? Okay, so we'll be doing a new tally for this year.
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
And I think something else to clarify, and it might be a bit of a change, you'll only, I believe, and Greg can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you'll only receive a sheet if you submitted a project list. If you're a district council member, if you submitted a project list. If you didn't, you can still email us, and if you have a project that you would like to see prioritized, then we can get that included. But if you didn't submit back in October, you probably won't get a list because those were pulled out this year.
Councilmember Evans.
Thank you. I read, Matthew, the document that you sent out that had the planning comments and everything in it, and that's triggered a question for me that based on the comments, is it too late to amend my district's capital improvements budget?
Honestly, that's, I would say, a question for council staff on kind of how they want to manage the information that's in there.
And then for that, I'll defer to our director.
I can't recall the rule number off the top of my head, but October is your deadline to submit capital improvements budgets for the ensuing CIB.
So I guess my question is, because this isn't the issue that's been raised, is one that whether we're District 12 next year, District 2, whatever we are, that will need to be part of whatever the future holds, whoever is in the seat. So can I submit in advance of October? Like, let's assume we have an election in August and I'm no longer in the seat.
Mm-hmm. I think that you could probably submit your CIB request, but it might not make it in based on what the next council would want to do. So you could submit something to the Planning Commission, but when they are preparing the, the items for the, when would that be? In the 2024 capital improvements budget, if your successor, if it was not you or what have you, does not want that in there, they can make that request as well to pull it.
Okay, thank you.
You can't, in other words, to make it more simple, you can't bind a future council.
Sure, I hear you. Thanks.
So, Councilmember Evans, I just want to make sure that I'm understanding what you're describing. So, you have an item that is part of your District 12, at least today, and then we have a redistricting that we that the Planning Commission adopted and all that. And so is that something that is in District 12 today, but will not be
and it would still be in District 12 going forward unless, bigger changes happen. Right. So it would still be part of it, but really the interest is based off of the planning comments that were provided in the current CIB. So that's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll just reiterate what Margaret said, and it would just need to wait until, I would recommend waiting until next year, especially because it is a new term, it's going to be a new term. And plus, if you submit something in March or April, it's likely going to get lost since we have the whole spreadsheet stuff.
Are you saying you're not organized?
We are organized, but just fair warning, if you do send it, please send a reminder a little closer.
Okay, thank you. That's what I need. I appreciate it.
Any other questions about the capital improvements budget or the spreadsheet that you're going to be receiving tomorrow and returning by Valentine's Day? One thing maybe to think about, I know I've seen a little bit of commentary from constituents just on social media generally, but for some projects, I think particularly like along some of the pikes or the corridors, they affect multiple districts. And so it's good if you can, and if you're so inclined to work with other council members that also share that boundary along that corridor. If there's something that whole community or region really prioritizes, that you can certainly share points or double up your points on something, especially if it runs through multiple districts. But that's the main thing I would recommend. So I don't know. Do we need to take a vote on that procedure, or I guess let me put it this way. Does anyone have an objection to using the system that we did last time, or another option or another alternative? All right, so seeing none, then we will assume that we will give guidance to Matt to go ahead and send out that spreadsheet tomorrow, and we'll get it back within 7 days. So, all right, well, thank you, everyone, and that means that we are adjourned for the night, and get some supper and some rest, because we're going to have a long one tomorrow, too. So, thank you.
If you weren't here, then. Oh, sure.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.